What's going on, everybody? Hold on, hit live chat. Okay, how we doing? Saturday afternoon. Don't know who's going to be around, but give it a whirl. Had some time. Little Diet Pepsi, what's up? How you doing? People are signing on now, so this is a good thing. Hello. Rafe, what's going on? Truck decision made, eh? Malcolm, what's up? Tundradude34 how are you? Good to see you. Ugh. I have a wicked cold, so please excuse me. Ugh. Leo, how you doing, man? Tundra it is. Okay. Good. 1794. I think that's what you told me. And that's what you should definitely get. It's a beautiful truck. TRD off-road package. Here's something you may not know. Something kind of, one of those useless facts. The TRD off-road package on like an SR5 is like a $3,200 add-on package. On the 1794, the TRD off-road package is free. Riddle me that. Yeah, be careful in that hurricane there, down there around New Orleans. That came out of nowhere, huh? I was looking between the Pro and that. Maybe I'm just older, but yeah, I kind of like those features, man. Because we always talk about how the Tundra doesn't have a ton of features, but it's still pretty cool to have those types of features, the functional ones, the ones you'll actually use. Not like, massaging seats that you'll probably never use. Today was range day. All right, well, how'd you do there, Z? The Pro is cheaper than the 1794 at my dealer. You are younger than me. Getting older. When I was like super young, man, I didn't care what was in the truck as long as it had a radio and a seat and a steering wheel. That's all I cared about. I cared more about performance parts on the outside, but now, yeah, I'm getting older, whatever. Tundra guy, how you doing, buddy? How's the neon? Hello, board woodworker. What's going on, man? All right. We got to get our stuff together here. We got a lot of people coming in. Good to see people are still around, First time listening up in Toronto, Canada. Go Blue Jays, huh? Huh? No, I'm a Mets fan, but go Canada. As you can see, a fine Canadian license plate over there, sent by another Canadian viewer. The board woodworker. No, I don't. In Toronto, too. We got Toronto's rolling in here. Dual climate control and leather on the 1794 Platinum. Go 1794. Agree. Honestly, the Pro has less features. It really does. I mean, okay, so this is so hard to explain to certain people with it, but you'll get it. The Pro, we said this in yesterday's video, the Pro and the 1794 are completely different. All the money that you're spending on the Pro is for what it can do as far as, the suspension, the skid plate, the dual exhaust, the Pro type stuff, that, off-roader deal that you're going to go with that. With the 1794, you're going to pay for the Western theme and all the luxury features, How often will you go off-road is the real question. Adam, what's going on? They need a power lift gate like the delivery trucks for all the old timers. I wouldn't be mad about that. I'm sure there's something aftermarket for that, though. 1794 is sweet. Can I get a bowl check? Oh, yeah, what's up, man? How you doing? I had a feeling. Change the channel name, eh? 1794 is... Oh, I'm sorry, I already said that. Breaking in the new... Let's bear 1945. Whew, go easy out there, buddy. Love my 1794. It is an amazing truck. And damn that interior. It's so funny that you say that, because people love the interior or hate the interior of the 1794. There is no middle. There is no, I kind of like it. No one says that. I love it, personally. I love it. If you have a black exterior on it, white exterior on it, or me, personally, mag gray with that tan, I'm all about it. Neon's going to the range tomorrow. I went to the range today, although it was a golf range. Dion, what's up? Got you on while heading to third job site. Weekend Warrior Mo Wars. Get it done, buddy. Thanks for tuning in, my friend. To me, the Pro has better ride quality. I agree. I put the Pro suspension on the Platinum. It's best of both worlds. Not cheap. More of a business move. Very smart. Not a bad thing at all. Leo says, when's the 2020 Tundra reveal coming? I don't think it'll be a reveal, per se. It'll just kind of show up. You could expect it in dealerships usually late August, early September. They were weird with the 2020 Tundra. They didn't really reveal anything. They kind of just said, not very, I don't even know how to explain it, but it's very annoying for someone like me who wants to tell you guys all this information, but they don't make it easy on me to tell you this information. It's not like the 2020 Tundra's coming and they have ads everywhere saying, here's what's changing. It's kind of hearsay, you know? I got all my information, obviously, back when the auto show happened with the 2020 TRD Pros. I got all my information between then and the auto show I went to. And we know that there's a few minor modifications coming in 2020, but it won't necessarily be a reveal. It'll just show up at dealerships. Okay, I did a video. If you haven't seen this video, check it out. It's from back in late April. It's called The 2020 Tundra Left Me Scratching My Head. And that was from the 2020 Tundra, I should say that, I saw at the auto show. It didn't have all the stuff it said it would have because it was basically a 2019 posing to be a 2020 Tundra. But yeah. Anyway, go check that out. Ride, yep, gotcha. Would love a cement exterior 1794 with the TRD off-road package. You got to get away from all that chrome. No, I love that burnt color with the interior. Yes, agree, 100%. And you have a black one, right? So that's one of those perfect setups right there. Sorry, one sec. It is just going to be a normal Tundra with a few updates. Yeah, it's a few updates, nothing crazy. Push button start. A bigger infotainment screen. You will have Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, Amazon Alexa. I think that's it. Correct me if I'm wrong. Ben, what's going on? Wilmington, North Carolina. Yeah, where's everybody at today? Where are you in the world? TRD shocks rule. You could get shocks for the 1794 array. Few brands make some good shocks, bro. Very true. Malcolm is not wrong there, man. I mean, he catches sharks. He obviously knows what's up. I haven't seen a Tundra commercial in years. All I see are the local ones with Jan. You know, those Jan Toyota commercials where she's like, stop into your local Toyota dealership today for a great deal. And a Tundra happens to be sitting behind her. During NASCAR races, they play this one where a little deaf kid meets Denny Hamlin and his dad drives a Tundra. That's really all you see. The Tundra will not have a real reveal until it gets a makeover. This is true. As far as I'm concerned, I sit inside so the exterior isn't that important. It's very true, too. Yeah, you see the interior all the time. Cliff, what's up, man? Do you think the 0 to 60 is going to be better if they go with a hybrid engine, which seems to be the case, by the way? What's up, TD? So, Cliff, I'll put it to you this way. Let's downscale it a little while. You guys know I really like to golf, right? So anytime you go to a course and you use a golf cart, it's one of the gas engine ones, all right? And, you know, it gets around the course. It's no big deal. But I went to a very expensive course last week, and it was an electric cart. And the thing was a rocket ship. So with a hybrid or an electric motor or anything they come out with that's more leaning toward that way, I'm guessing the pickup is going to be insane. So I'd say yes. You probably have better pickup with the hybrids. I went to the New York Auto Show and wasn't impressed with the 2020 Tundra. See, I was there too. New York Auto Show. So what you're talking about is exactly what I'm talking about, which was the TRD Pro. They had that like little setup, the display for TRD Pro. Ron, what's going on? It's cool to be back. Haven't been on a Tundradude34 Livestream since September 2008. Welcome back, my friend. I said 2008, I meant 18. Just got back from overseas, and I look forward to the content. Man, I have a lot to catch up on. Glad you're back. Home safe. Welcome home. And it's cool you're stopping in, man. You didn't forget about me. Cliff is in Tampa, Florida, waiting for those Lightning to get back on the ice, and maybe they can win some hockey games this year. Hey? Kidding. Diet Pepsi is tasting pretty good right now. I still like a key. Hello, so many buttons. Yep, I mean, it is what it is. It's just the way the world is going. Push button start. Sean D, what's going on? How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. I have 35 BFG KO2s, all LED HID headlights and fog lights, and NSV light bar. Sounds sick. LOL, Jan is Flo's sister, the insurance. Yeah, they compete. Hello, Sean. What's up, buddy? Port St. Lucie, Florida. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Rafe loving my 2019 Pro. I will probably get a 1794 just before I check into a nursing home. I knew it. I knew I was waiting for one of those. What's my handicap? Hello, 4. Yep. I don't know. I would say probably around 10, maybe a little more. 10 to 13. I mostly shoot 90s, you know? Depends where I'm going. I am a lefty. I am a lefty. Z Diver with the punch, good stuff. Dennis, what's going on? Tundra should get together, or yeah, get together with Linkswell. They have an awesome style of infotainment system. I just hope, and you kind of got to look at, first off, secret of the pros, and a lot of you know this. Anytime you're looking to see what's coming on the Tundra or on any Toyota truck next, you just got to look at the Toyota vehicles that sell a massive amount. So what we're talking about is like the Camry, the Corolla, things like that. Look at what they do with there. So if you look at the Camry, for instance, the setup, everything is it's kind of an in-dash look. Like limited buttons, everything is kind of just in the dash, flush. That's probably what's coming for the Tundra. You know, they're not going to stray too far away in the other direction. They're going to try to keep all the Toyotas similar. So look at the RAV4. You know, things like that. I would think it's just going to get an upgraded end-tune system. The screen is literally going to be the same type of screen, just bigger. And we shall see. But the next gen, let's just hope. We just hope, you know. It's all about the playoffs with the Lightning. This is true. Not bad. Thumbs up. To be quite honest, I will never use the CarPlay crap. Well, okay. I do like the bigger screen, and I had push button on my car and just got used to it. Yeah. I never had a push button vehicle, but the ones Toyota give me for the reviews and stuff, the press vehicles, some of them are push button. And usually by the end of the week, I'm very just in the zone with it. You know what I mean? Get in and just start the car. You don't have to put the key anywhere. The key usually sits next to me on the seat. So you don't have to take it out of your pocket. You don't have to take it. I usually have my keys around my neck. You know, I'm still one of those old school people that use one of those big key things. But is what it is. Call me old-fashioned, but I still prefer a key. My wife loses that stupid fob thing all the time. Yes. Lefties are extremely intelligent. That's a lie. How do you feel about the 13-inch no-knob Tesla? I don't hate it. I actually like the interior of the Tesla because they've been able to do something that I feel like Toyota would definitely do as it moves forward, which is a very basic interior, but very up-to-date and modern. It's a very hard thing to do. Should play Augusta, won by 3 different lefties. Hello, can you name them? No. Phil Mickelson, and then I don't know. Really, my FRS came standard with it in 2014, and it was a manual. There you go. I've been using the CarPlay on different rentals and really like being able to get everything without picking up my phone, especially Waze. Yeah, that's another thing. And that's what pisses me off when they got rid of the Pandora app. Obviously, you could still use Pandora by Bluetoothing from your phone, the Pandora, to it. But when they had the Pandora app, you didn't have to go into the phone to change the station. The goal is to keep your eyes on the road. So if you have everything set up on your infotainment system to where you don't have to, you know, basically take your eyes off the road, you're better off. Now they're making you take your eyes off the road, so I don't get that one. Kind of burnout right now. Can't drive my Tundra due to Hurricane Barry coming through Louisiana. So what are they saying, Dennis? What are they saying as far as strength? I know, did it already turn into a hurricane, or is it just about to? Bubba and the oh yeah, Bubba, duh. Bubba Watson was one of the fun ones. I love Bubba. And the Canadian Mike Weir. Okay. Yes, but what happens when none of your buttons respond? Bump, bump, bump. That's it. Sorry. I meant the Tesla style screen that they make for the Tundra. I don't like it. I don't like it. Everyone I know who owns one, just Brian, real quick, just do you, man. If you want to do it, I'd love to see what you think. But everyone I know who has one hates it. Absolutely hates it. But that's them talking, not me. I've never used it. The problem is, it's just, there's things about it that look good. I like the bigger screen. I think it's cool. But there's things about it that just look kind of chintzy. Is that the word? Just like cheap, I guess. I don't know. I don't hate what's in there now. It's just time for an update. And stop taking stuff away from it. Hurricane 1 currently coming through the Gulf. Okay, well, be safe with the family and the neighbors. Make sure everybody takes care of everybody. Don't fight for gas or, you know, any commodities, groceries. Because when Sandy came through this area, it was like a war. I was just curious how you had an FRS without push-button start, unless it was just on the Monogram edition. Yeah, mine was a key. Yeah, so the year I got mine, so it was a 2016 FRS, the only one that had the push-button start in it, at least the Toyota version. The only one that had the push-button start was the Release Series 2.0. Mine was basic. Johnny 5, how you doing, buddy? Is that the one that sticks out of the dash? No, that's the one that's flat. It's bigger. It's just flatter. It looks like an iPad in your dashboard. Okay, that would be it then. I've heard a lot of controls for the temp don't work consistently. That's definitely one of those things. I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, proceed with caution. What's the cost of it, Bri? Watching Raiders of the Lost Ark with my daughter, one of the greatest of all time. Shout out to watching that. Raiders of the Lost Ark, good stuff. And wife. Hello, wife. How is the XS EV6? I'm still very jealous. You Americans put up with some crazy weather. I'll take the snow and cold, for real. For real. Yeah. Yeah, we do. We do. I mean, and we get the snow, so, you know, best of all worlds, eh? I should have just gotten the standard edition because it would have been paid off instead of me having to sell it. I hear that. Yeah, I think the price difference between the release series and the one I got was about $5 grand. Cole, what's happening, pal? Good to see you. Welcome aboard. How's the golf course? Is it back to normal now? Preparing for the tropical storm here. Everyone down south getting ready for that big old storm. Just be safe. Don't do stupid things like going to drive during it. Edgar, what's going on, buddy? How you doing? The 2.0 was the same price I paid. Yeah, it was pretty much the same thing. About 32 grand, roughly. About 650 to 750, depending on who you get it from. They kill you all in the adapters and install kits. Yeah, you might just want to pass along on that one. I taught my daughter how to change the brakes on her car today. Next is a brake booster change. Nice. Yes. There you go. I'm very proud and impressed. Yeah, I put the TRD exhaust on mine. There you go. Yes. So the only thing I ever did for my FRS was I did the TRD cold air intake, and the next was going to be the TRD exhaust. I just never got around to it. I feel like the one thing missing on that car was a good exhaust note. Inside the car, it had a good exhaust note, but on the outside, it's just kind of quiet. But I didn't want to spend that much money. It was so much money. So when I was trying to hook up the Platinum, I was spending all my money on the Platinum. I couldn't do the FRS. And the FRS, no one cared about it on this channel, so I had to be smart, you know? Excuse me. Course is pretty good. Supposed to airify Monday to Tuesday. Bunkers are still trashed from the river and down trees and limbs from the storm the other day. Just not enough help. Well, are you open yet? Some of it open? I just want to see them be able to make their money back, you know? Or start to. The exhaust did make it sound nice. Yes, yes. Hey, Brian from Cole. I like both, but I prefer trucks. I do miss my car. I miss the car every once in a while, and that it's just on like a long day at work feeling where I come home and just want to take the car and go over. There's some roads here, if you go west, that are just in the middle of the woods, you know, twisty type roads. They used to be fun to take the car out. It's always a little bit cooler in there from all the shade. It's over by the Lakehurst Naval Base, where the Hindenburg went down. I like the single exhaust. It's not annoying to the neighbors, and you can go into stealth mode. I like it. Yeah. Yeah, some people do some crazy things with their FRSs. I'm not really into that insane modification look, but the people who do it, God bless you. The course is completely open besides those few issues. The course is pretty awesome. Still editing a video from the cleanup to now. Nice. It is so easy to maneuver that car. Dude, the car is like literally a go-kart. It just, in the corners, it stays as flat as can be. I never lost confidence in that car if I was going into a corner a little hard. Nothing. Those twisty roads are great on motorcycles. Johnny, what I was just telling you about, those roads that I used to take the FRS on, that's actually where I always took my Harley. When I had my Harley, I'd get the boys together, had a bunch of guys of us who rode back in the day, and we would all go through those roads in the back roads there. And we would end up at this one little restaurant that was in the middle of nowhere. It was kind of mom and pop. We'd eat, good food, good cheese fries, and we would ride home. That was kind of a thing we did almost every single day. I have a Toyota Tundra and a Toyota Yaris. Best of both worlds. Yeah, it really is. I always liked the Yaris. The FRS looks cool with a wide body kit. See, that's pushing it in the direction I would never want to go. But those people who go crazy with it, they look good. And they can be very fast. Those cars can definitely be fast. Just as far as, you know, when you do the proper modifications to it, you can get a lot of speed out of them. And those cars didn't hold their value good. No. You could pick them up cheap around here, not like a Toyota. I lost my butt end of it. Would downshift, get my back end back, and take off. And you love your motorcycle. That we know. Never get rid of that motorcycle. Dwayne says the Yaris is the best of no worlds. It's a pop can on wheels. Speaking of pop can on wheels, good segue, my friend. This segment is brought to you by Dwayne, the Yaris. Thanks, buddy. I had to rebuild my rear brake caliper on Harley and a fork seal on the Honda. Okay. LOL, the Yaris gets no love. I don't know, man. I had a friend who had an '08 Yaris, and it's not terrible looking. I don't know. I don't hate it. Oh, yeah, someone pulled the 4-cylinder out. Yep, V8 inside. Oh, my God, it's crazy. Yep. That was over in the UAE. They did that. Jason, what's up? Anyone know what the stock exhaust is on the 2017 TSS Tundra? It's the regular one. It's factory, but not the normal exhaust, and not the TRD, but it does have a nice rumble to it, and all black tipped. So, I'm just going to put it to you this way. Toyota offers 2 exhausts, the TRD dual exhaust or the regular exhaust. As long as the dealership didn't modify to a different exhaust, it's just the regular one, and that's it. 2017, my father has a 2018 that has the regular exhaust, but it sounds super loud. So I think some of them are just louder than others, to be honest. Unless the dealership put a different exhaust on. There are obviously kits out there for single exhaust that are, modified. It's that Boxer motor. That was awesome. Courtney loves your WRX. Yeah, Boxer motor's pretty cool. Wheelies take their toll on fork seals, I bet. I have a Harley Street Bob. Love them. Until I trade it for the Ultra. No. Borolla? Did you mean Corolla? Borolla is what they offered when I bought my car, but it is... What is now the TRD exhaust? Hold on a second. We've worked so much. I worked 4th, 16... Oh, that's too many hours. And even on my birthday, 10 hours. Supposed to do all festivities tonight. All right. Happy birthday, my friend. Happy birthday. You mean Borla is what you're trying to say. The Borla exhaust is what they offered when I bought my car, but it is what it is now. The TRD, yes. Okay, now I get what you're saying. Rafe Johnny 5 has the 2013 Fat Boy 103 stage 2.5. Yeah, Johnny does crazy things to his bike. That's for sure. Yep. There's a lot of great exhaust options out there if you're new to the Tundra and you don't like what came on it, and you don't feel like spending $1,100 on the TRD dual exhaust. There are a lot of options out there aftermarket. But I couldn't remember how to spell it. So you owe me 10 push-ups, and I'll accept them. Go ahead. Making me think you're saying Corolla, dude. Come on. I guess that's my fault. I guess I owe the push-ups. Motorcycles are great, but the other idiots on the road scare me. I hear that, Mark. Actually, we just had a motorcycle fatality right up the road from my house on July 4th. I meant to catch up on YouTube, but just too freaking tired. I hear you, man. Ain't no thing. You could save a bunch of money on your exhaust. Well, Johnny 5 paid like $40 to modify his, something like that, something crazy cheap. And, yeah, he's got himself in a position he wants to be now. With that, he didn't have to spend a ton of money. Have a great night, guys. Going to eat dinner. See you when I get a chance. Be good, man. Do work. Enjoy your dinner. Saturday. Is it Saturday night? It is. Eat well. Have fun with it. Hold on. Dealership may have, but I can't find a stamp from manufacturer anywhere. The tip look a lot larger. If you can, Jason, do me a favor. Next time you see the truck, take a picture of the exhaust, send it to my email. Sawzall and 2 single chambers, dump it before the rear axle. Done deal. Peace, says Mark. Have you checked out the Jeep Gladiator? Up close and personal, actually, yes. Sweet. Just not enough motor. Or engine, whatever you guys want to say. Not enough engine in that. I look forward, you guys know the if you don't know, check him out. I've been watching him for years. The YouTuber, Stradman, bought himself a Jeep Gladiator, and he's putting in a Helephant motor. And if you don't know what the Helephant is, it's like 1,000 horsepower FCA warranted motor. He's putting that in his Jeep Gladiator, so we're going to see what that does to it. Rafe says, I am buying the new bike and putting a stage 1 on it, and that is it. But I will be changing a lot out. $36,000 is what I want to walk out the door with. Make it happen. Night woodworker, that's easy. It's my truck. Oh, you already have it then. Send that picture, dude. Give me some reds if you can. I'd love to hear it. Hub, what's going on? Just got done putting in spacers on the front bumper after lift. Also swapped out MAF gasket. No more whistle. For the AFE air filter was really annoying me. It did get annoying. Once you change that gasket, done. Everything's good. You may hear a slight whistle every once in a while. I mean, very rarely. And you really have to be listening, but overall, it takes it away. Come sail away. Man, that was like that might have been the second or third video I ever made on this channel. My email is tundradude34@gmail.com. The second or third video I ever made for this channel, the first actual video, was about that throttle body gasket that takes away the whistle. That was it. The step front bumper guard skid plate I just installed from Sparks Parts is made by Borla. There you go. Hope you use the promo code, dude. Jason, you got the Gladiator. Do you miss your Tundra? No, Jason was talking about his 2017 TSS. I've seen a lot of people around here bought the Gladiator right away. I saw one Rubicon, which is the very hard one to get. And I've seen a couple of the other model ones. Yep, no big deal. Tropical storm in your area. Jimmy, be safe out there, buddy. Don't do anything too crazy. The Gladiator is not... I don't know how to say this without sounding like an idiot. It's not what I thought it would be. And I don't mean it from the vehicle standpoint. I mean it from the demand standpoint. FCA, high five to them. Because they didn't make it impossible to get. My dealership always has like 3 or 4 of them. And one is always a Rubicon. So you can get everything you want right there. You don't even have... All these dudes who went out and ordered them because they were afraid they weren't going to be able to get one, they actually ended up on the lot before the people who ordered them got them. Isn't that crazy? So they're not as insanely high demand as I thought. And the pricing isn't crazy. I mean, don't get me wrong. The pricing is crazy on vehicles nowadays. But they're not putting huge markups on them like I expected. Found the new bumpers I'm going with. ICI Baja front and rear bumpers. Oh man, the parts are coming together nicely for the Tundra. Ready for the pre-runner looking performance. I can't wait to see it. The Gladiator is ugly as crap. I like the Rubicon one, but the other ones I'm not a big fan of. Just can't get on board with the Jeep truck. Dinner is ready. Bye, everyone. Johnny 5, eat well. I love the Jeep Gladiator. What time is it? What time is it? Eastern, please. I think they overpriced the Gladiator so the new Dakota doesn't directly compete when it comes out. They should have never got rid of the Dakota. Just saying. The Dakota V8 they had back in the day, like the early 2000s, late 90s, unbelievable truck. My buddy had one. I loved that truck. Should I upgrade TRD 4x4 shocks to the Pro shocks? Do you think it would help the ride? Hi, Joe. If I were you, I would do this, Joe. This would be smart because it's not cheap to do. Go to a dealership around you that has a TRD Pro Tundra and take it for a test drive and see if you like the way those shocks feel. That's your best bet before you spend the money. I personally like the TRD Pro shocks a lot more than any other shock package that's ever come on one of my Tundras, but everybody is different. 5:45 Eastern. Thank you, Cole. NASCAR tonight, my friend. So, got to make sure we're ready to go in time for that. Got my DraftKings all set up, so we're good to go. You can save. You should be at the race. Sorry. I miss Carl. The Bilsteins are good shocks too, though. They're not bad. They're not bad. Honestly, if I bought a 1794 with the off-road, first off, I wouldn't buy a 1794 without the TRD off-road package, just because I'm that guy. And then I wouldn't change the shocks. I would just leave those on there, you know? No NBC channels for me. That's not cool. I don't watch NASCAR because I have DirecTV. You know, if you ever wanted to, and it's up to you, look up the app on your phone, NASCAR Race View. I use that. I'm one of those like NASCAR nerds. So when the race is on, got the TV with the race on. I got the laptop open with my DraftKings information going on, live updating. And I use my phone for the race view. So I'm actually watching NASCAR on 3 different setups, is what it is. Will be interesting to see sales numbers for the midsize. Will Toyota Taco lose its crown? Excuse me. I don't think so. Adam, and I'm not saying that because I'm a Toyota fan. I'm saying that because I just don't see all these trucks come out and they're going for that top spot and just nothing comes anywhere near the Tacoma. It just I think they do it right with their updates on the Tacoma. They let it, you know how Toyota isn't known for updating too quickly. But with the Tacoma, they let it ride, and then all of a sudden, update. And then they let it ride, and then they do a refresh, and then they do an update. They know what to do with the Tacoma to keep it on top. I'm not saying it'll be like that forever. I don't think the Gladiator's going to touch it. I thought it might. But the demand just isn't what I thought it would be. That's why I'm so disappointed. The Ranger kind of just silently settled into the mid-size market. It didn't really go insane like I thought it would. I just don't see anything touching the Tacoma, to be honest with you. But I will, Adam, I will say this. I do hope something comes along that really presses on the Tacoma, and we will see what Toyota does. Because obviously with the Tundra, they kind of settled into the low to middle where they don't do a lot of updates on it. They don't have any interest in being number one in the half-ton market. But being the Tacoma has been on top for so long in the mid-size market, how will they react when they get some real stiff competition? I'd love to see it. Will you trade in your Frankenstein Platinum for the new generation? Yes. Don't call it that, all right? Be nice to it. It's a good truck. I tried for Daytona and it didn't work. I was upset because I missed Bowman win because of all the crap with AT&T and NBC. Yep. This is why, like, networks make me mad. This is why, you know, not networks. Well, networks too, but all of the cable packages nowadays and all that, they sit there and they make you pay all this money for the channels, and you got to buy packages if you want one specific channel, and you got to do all this stuff, and then a network fights with the cable company and all that. This is why the entire world is moving toward Hulu, Prime, Netflix, and they're not having cable anymore. Cable needs to get their stuff together. This will be my last run with Fios. When this is up, when my contract is up with them, I'm not doing it anymore. They're nowhere near as reliable as a Tacoma. This is true. What do you think of NASCAR now versus 10 years ago with all the new rules and changes and stuff? I think they lost their way. I think they changed way too much, and they didn't listen. NASCAR is what it is. They want to keep up with the times, but the problem is you're taking away everything that the longtime fan loves, okay? They didn't basically sit there and make both parties happy. They just went for today's casual fan. And I think that ruined the sport a little bit, and you could kind of see that with the ratings and the stands, and it's not the same. I love NASCAR. I always will watch it. I'm one of those stupid people who will still spend the money even if the product isn't where it needs to be, but there's ups and downs, you know, and NASCAR has been there, and they've gone through it, where they've had big times and low times. I mean, the biggest time ever was the early 2000s. Late 90s, early 2000s was a huge NASCAR resurgence. But then they started getting crazy with all these rule changes, and eventually it's going to be like, all right, so the next race, they're going to go backwards. They're going to be in reverse the whole time, and that's how we're going to race. And they lost a lot of big names, and some of these young guys just can't fill the spot. Look at who's... Kevin Harvick's going to retire soon, and Kevin Harvick's huge. Kyle Busch is the only thing they really have that is fun to watch. As far as that old school Dale Earnhardt Sr. type flavor nowadays. It's just a different game. But they've changed way too much. Let's see. Wind not strong yet, just light rain. All right, cool. Pick sent. I can't check your picks right now because I'm actually on my phone, not my iPad. All my iPad does now is hold up my phone. That's what I use it for. Because I hate it. Drove the Ranger, not impressed. I was hoping it would be something to push Toyota like it. Yep. I just don't see it. I think NASCAR needs to get their own network like WWE. I'd be down with that. I liked Speed Channel. Remember Speed Channel? That was my favorite. Mike, what's going on, buddy? 17 years with DirecTV and just switched to Dish. We shall see. Yeah, let me know how Dish is. Anyone I've known who has Dish always has a problem with reception in any kind of wind or weather. I watched Ricky Bobby yesterday. So fun. It's funny. I actually watched that 2 days ago. For the first time in forever. AT&T has ruined DirecTV, says Sean. That's a shame. I've got Hulu because of certain things. I can't pay for Hulu Live. Yeah, I don't have... What do I have? I have Netflix and Prime. I shouldn't say just discovered Prime. We've had Prime to buy on Amazon forever. I just didn't realize that we had the Prime TV thing too. So just the other day I plugged it in. Has so many more movies than Netflix. I love it. I love when Ricky Bobby wins. Absolutely. Millennials will have NASCAR with Uber drivers. They're going to be like Tesla style cars. It's going to be all wrecked. They need to just leave it alone. And now I'm part of a NASCAR fan council where we do surveys every week. You do multiple surveys on, here's what's coming. What do you think? And it's all crazy stuff. You'll see. Will Honda join NASCAR? They're going to get a fourth manufacturer in there. I wouldn't be surprised if it was Honda. We'll see. They've been talking with Honda forever, though. NASCAR stages suck, and I've lost interest. Okay, so Z-Diver, I feel you on that. But I'm torn between that. I think they should just throw the green flag and let the boys race. You know what I mean? No phantom cautions or anything like that. But the problem is, when you don't have stages in today's racing, don't forget, the cars 10 years ago were over 800 horsepower. Now they've restricted them down to 500 horsepower. They're slower, they handle better, so they don't have a lot of cautions. If you don't have stages, it just goes green the whole time, and no one will keep that TV on, that channel. I do not pay for cable or pay websites. I just watch people's YouTube channels. There you go, Rafe. Make sure you're always watching this one. Joe says, if you get downport, that sucks. I love NASCAR, but I'm more of a dirt track guy. That's the old school stuff that just won't change. I'll be driving a dirt car in a year or two. Rock and roll. Went with Bilstein Shocks, emailed you a pic, dude. I will definitely check out everything once I get off this live stream, and I could use my phone and check my emails. Do they have NASCAR on NBC Sports Gold app? I'll have to check. I use it for motocross and supercross. Nice part is no commercials. Very good. Again, check out NASCAR Race View. NASCAR Race View is an amazing app if you're a NASCAR fan, because what you do is you can listen to the radio broadcast, which the radio broadcast on MRN or PRN is always 10 times better than the TV broadcast. And you can watch your driver, just your driver. So me, Eric Jones fan, the camera will just follow Eric Jones. And I can hear his scanner of what he's saying with his crew and all that. Justin Timberlake and Cable Guy playing golf yesterday. Not bad, not bad. What the heck happened to Dodge? In NASCAR, they won the championship in 2012 and left. Dwayne says, best part of NASCAR was always the wrecks. Yeah. I like the finer points of NASCAR. I like watching, especially when you're there, you could watch your driver get into the turns a little bit better, outbrake another driver, and, pick off cars. That's the fun part for me. Dodge will get back in NASCAR, I think. That's been a talk for a while, too. Later, Mark and everyone heading out with the family. Be good. Have a safe, fun evening. MMA has lost a bunch of fans with the ESPN+. Yeah, MMA is getting too WWE for me. I liked MMA for years just because it was get in there and go. But now it's just too dramatic, And WWE has lost its way years ago, so that's no fun. It's a different time, man. It's just a different time. We're in that generation where we've seen so much change, and not necessarily for the better. Toyota will stay with NASCAR for sure. They're fully vested in NASCAR, 100%. What they need is more Toyota entries. Like this race tonight only has 5 Toyotas in it. MMA is too commercial now, not like it used to be. I totally agree, Jason, 100%. Even 10 years ago, it was fun to watch. But now everything is just a big show. How many times do you have to promote this? Just go fight. That's the best part about it, when they would just get in the ring and battle. And they basically spoke for themselves with their actions. They didn't need to have promos and entry music and all that. Just fight, man. But I will tell you, when I'm having a bad day at work, one of the videos I pull up constantly is when Holly Holm beat Ronda Rousey with the kick to the face. It was amazing. I just can't stand Ronda Rousey. I sort of left IndyCar a long time ago when I did not know how to pronounce any drivers' names. IndyCars lost me back in the early 2000s. Same thing about the Super Bowl now. Same thing about football. Same thing about hockey. Everything is just different. I purposely go back and watch 80s sports on a regular basis. Hockey in the 80s and 90s. 90s for hockey was I don't care what anyone says, best decade for hockey was the 90s. The 60s were great too, but the 90s were when hockey was getting popular with the American fans a lot more than usual. When you had like the World Cup action and all that stuff when USA beat Canada. The Hockey World Cup, I should say. Tundradude34 gmail.com. Football you know, everything you can hit more. There wasn't concussion concerns and things like that. Now everything is just too safe, you know? Because the government wants us to be at each other's throats, which is a shame. It's a shame. But 80 sports, I was actually just watching before tonight. You guys remember the George Brett incident when he hit that home run against the Yankees and Billy Martin came out and said there was too much pine tar on the bat? And they called him out, and George Brett ran out to the ump and looked like he was ready to kill him. If you did that today, George Brett would be kicked out of the league. Back then, they let that raw emotion happen in sports, and that raw emotion is not allowed in sports anymore. It's like old NASCAR, when NASCAR drivers would go at each other and wreck each other and then come in the pits and fight. Now you can't get anywhere near each other. It's just, everything's different. Everything's different. I don't know. Want old school, go back and watch Butterbean boxing matches. I've actually seen Butterbean live. Yeah. One of the things I like to go back and watch is the old school boxing, like the Mike Tyson matches. When Mike Tyson was amazing, man. He was just, there's never going to be anybody better than Mike Tyson. I don't care what anyone says. Floyd Mayweather, whatever. Mike Tyson was unreal for the time. The times that he was a boxer, they weren't ready for that. Quick hands, not a lot of flair, just kind of went in there, did his thing. My favorite thing is when he goes in there, knocks a dude out in 14 seconds, and just goes stands in his corner. Like, there's just no celebration or nothing. He was just a machine, dude. But yeah, those were the times. I'm glad I was alive for that. You know what I mean? Because everything is so different nowadays. But if Honda wants to join NASCAR, especially Honda, need to make full-size body on frame pickup truck to join NASCAR trucks. That would be cool. Only watch college football. I've never gotten into college football. Sports started to suck when these millionaires complained about not making enough money and went on strike in every sport. This is true. Which is why I stay away from sports now. I watch sec football is all, especially my Hogs. There you go. Yeah. Especially hockey. Go watch, I always tell people this, go watch the 1994 finals between the Canucks and Rangers, and then watch a game from this past season and see the difference in what you could do then versus now. 25 years ago versus now. The way you can hit then, the way you can do a little bit freer things with your stick, like hooking people back into you to catch up to them. It's just a different time, I guess. Southeastern Conference is the long version. Okay. Sec football? Yeah, but, you know, you could sit there and you could complain, or you could just watch it, and I just watch it. I'll even say this, and this is kind of one that no one's going to know, but I used to watch PBA bowling all the time, the pros, and it used to be a nice atmosphere of fans, one-on-one, you know, and it was basically a ladder bracket, top 8, all the way down to winner. And now it's like there's music on when the bowlers are bowling, the fans are yelling stuff the whole time and chanting. It's like the whole thing is different now. I don't know. Everything's just getting weird. Now you can't hit someone with a rubber glove without getting kicked out of the game. Exactly true. Interference in hockey is like anytime you touch anybody. It's becoming basketball, you know? I just don't know what Honda full-size pickup, I'm going to call it Honda Mega. Nah, what they would probably do, if they were going to go in there, they would just take the Ridgeline, the Honda Ridgeline truck, and just slap the stickers on it and go with that. It would be something like that. I don't think they'd make a full-size. No one's getting into the full-size game. Everyone's getting out of the full-size game. Golf, though, golf is pretty constant. That's true. The new guys are good and still have Phil and Tiger. Yeah, golf kind of forces you to remain the same. The only thing different in golf now versus yesteryear is some of the players are a little more free-spirited, and they're not afraid to say what they feel, which is welcomed to the game. Look at soccer, man. Those pansies fake injuries to get penalty shots and penalize good plays because they are... Yes, I agree. I don't even watch soccer. Not at all. Not even a little bit. But I agree with you on the faking for the injury thing. It's stupid. A few rule changes in golf, but all for the best. Yeah, like, you know, when they drop the ball and stuff, leaving the flag in, they want to speed the game up. I don't blame them. I always leave the flag in when I play, so it is what it is. In my mind, the only true racing anymore is World Rally Cup. At least it is fun to watch. Yeah, absolutely. I like road course racing. I feel like road course racing is hard to adjust and change, and it's always kind of the same outcome in a good way. You still got to beat people into the turns, and you got to know how to drive left and right, NASCAR people. But it usually brings out the best. You talk about Toyota heavy-duty pickup truck. Will they do it? I doubt it. I doubt it. It's kind of the way the world's going. Smaller, you know, everything's going smaller. It's just the way it is. I do not have a Facebook page, sir. I'm on Twitter, Instagram. That's it. Baja is the best racing in my opinion. Oh, yeah. Baja's awesome. Saturday night under the lights at the dirt track is what is best in my mind. Cole, 100%. Local track racing is awesome. Dirts, even concrete. But your local tracks, the young and hungry dudes that want to make it, that's what's up. If you're talking professional, NASCAR trucks is great because they're young and they want to make it. I'm all for road courses as well. That's why NASCAR, you're going to start seeing a lot more road courses in the Cup Series. That's coming. And that's for a good reason. So now I guess there's 3 because of the Roval with basically that, I don't know what you'd call it. It's in Charlotte. It's in the infield. They used it last year. They're using it this year. So there'll be 3, but I would expect 5 to 6 going forward, road courses. And there's 36 races a year. You could have 5 or 6 road courses. Come on. You know, get rid of the cookie cutters, man. Get rid of, well, tonight, what are they riding? Kentucky tonight? Kentucky's kind of boring, dude. So I could say the nationwide race at Darlington this year will have big ratings. I do enjoy them. Darlington, I do enjoy a lot. Get rid of the restrictor plate tracks. I don't know. I like them. What they need to do, Mike, is keep the restrictor plate tracks, but put the package that was on in 2000, 2001 back on it. With the wickers above the roof. That was the best racing. That's when you can actually handle the car. Dale Jr. will be driving in that race. Dale Jr. will not retire officially. He will always do 1 or 2 a year, I think, for the next few seasons. Rally takes the most skill, in my opinion. Those guys are crazy. Totally agree, Dwayne. You know, when you have to have a navigator that knows the course and the way they talk to each other and stuff, it's insane, bro. I totally agree with you. Totally agree. Racing. So I'm thinking about getting an FJ, lift it and put on 35 and skid plate for my desert runner. That'd be cool. I'd be into that. I actually saw an FJ today. Nothing special about it. It just made me want one. I really like those trucks, man. Unfortunately, they just weren't selling well. So they had to get rid of them. I don't blame them. But if they built them in the U.S., that would be a lot easier, you know? Building in Japan and shipping this way is just not cheap. Hard to believe a navigator will ride with the WRC guys. True. True. Excuse me. Those Pepsis, I'll tell you. We belong to the life. Hold on one sec. I got stuck here. Okay. Did you hear about the new SUV to be announced for the Alabama plant? No, I did not. But I do know that there's going to be, well, the 4Runner is going to be built in the U.S. They're bringing everything to the U.S., so we shall see. But they've been putting concepts out lately. The past few auto shows I've gone to, concept SUVs from Toyota out that look interesting. So we shall see what comes out. You think they'll do a redo of the FJ in our lifetime? Adam, what I think will happen is they will make something and put an FJ badge on it. And the reason I say it like that, it's kind of like with the new Supra. Even though they call it a Supra, it's nothing like the old Supra. So I don't know. I like short tracks, need less 1.5-mile tracks. Yep, NASCAR needs Rockingham for sure back on the schedule. North Wilkesboro as well. And put Atlanta back as the last race. Miami should be mid-season. Totally agree. Cole, 100%, buddy. Miami does not deserve to be the last race of the year. Tim did a video about it the other day, some new thing. He thinks it'll be based on one of the Mazda crossovers. I could see that. Yep. They've been hinting at that for a few years now. So we shall see. There was one they had at the auto show that was geared more toward the millennial. And I hated it. So I hope that doesn't make its way out there. Love Phoenix as well. Phoenix is great. And what they did to the track now, they reconfigured it a little bit. Made it even better. So Phoenix all the way. Phoenix is awesome because it's a fast track, but it still has that small track feel in the corners. You know what I mean? But yeah, Phoenix is always great. I just hope tonight's race is good. You know, that's all I hope for. Good racing. A wreck here and there, a caution here and there, to you know, so I can go use the bathroom, don't have to miss anything. That's all I want. I was hoping for a new FJ with a locker and a V8. No, that's not going to happen. I wish. Pretty flat track, yeah. And that's what brings the good out of it. It's hard to turn the car on a flat track, and that's when they got to start doing crazy adjustments. And there always ends up being a lot of built-up aggression that comes out at Phoenix. There's 2 Phoenix races a year, but the second one is usually the second to last race of the year, so everybody's holding in, waiting to get to that Final Four situation. But yeah, payback is given at Phoenix quite a bit. Ever heard of the Hino made by... Yeah. I don't know if you know this. I am a logistics manager, so obviously I deal with trucks all day and stuff. But a couple of the drivers have Hinos, and they love them. Dale Jr. even had an idea a while back that NASCAR could even have the Daytona 500 be the champion. I've been saying that since I started watching NASCAR. And he pointed at every other major sport, the big events are last. Why not NASCAR? I totally agree. And it is really hot then, absolutely. The build-up to that race would be awesome. Yes, I agree. I totally agree with you on that. I don't understand why they don't do that. If Toyota made a Defender look-alike FJ, it would sell well, I think. Yeah, I think Toyota's just happy with the money they make in the market right now, and they're just going to keep doing what they do and slowly update and add here and there. I am in Daytona last. Yeah, biggest race of the year. I don't understand why they ever thought Miami would be the best place for the last race of the year, though. Because that track, my least favorite by far. I actually liked the old configuration on it when it was completely flat. It was way more fun back then, and I still didn't like it then. But now it's just, there's nothing special about it at all. Nothing. Make Darlington the last track of the year. Make Martinsville. Tracks where you could get stuff done. You know what I mean? But, you know, I don't know. Homestead. No bueno. Homestead should be like race 6 of the year. You know, one that just doesn't matter at all. Miami as an opener would be interesting, though. Give me Miami just away from the playoffs. Just Miami race 6, I'm telling you. I have no love for that track. Tonight with Kentucky. Kentucky has now... They've been racing Kentucky since 2011, I believe. And there's been a couple good races at Kentucky, but overall this track's kind of disappointed me, so hoping for a good race tonight. This is with the new setup now. With the new package is terrible. But some tracks, the new package has been great. I hate Chicagoland, and it made the Chicagoland race amazing with this new package. So I have high hopes. We shall see. I do like the fact that NASCAR is trying to make the racing better, but they need to stop going the wrong direction. Like, they got to bring it back home. You know what I mean? They're not going to get rid of the chase, and I don't think they should get rid of the chase, the playoff system. But I don't know. They got to start doing some things different. Bristol is an opener, followed by Atlanta, then Talladega. When you say opener, do you mean first race of the year, or do you mean opener in the chase? We belong to the life. We belong to the life. First race of the year. See, I don't think Bristol should be the first race of the year. I think Bristol should be kind of around where it is now, where it's like 8 or 9. Because if you have Bristol the first race of the year, you don't have enough anger built up between drivers to use Bristol to take it out on somebody. And that's what makes Bristol fun, is when there's a lot of built-up aggression going in. If you have it as the first race, everyone's cool, calm, and collected, I don't think it would be as fun. They need to stop having races where it rains. For real, man. For real. But they also need to get a lot better with when they call races. Like Daytona this past weekend, they could have did Saturday night if they just waited later like they used to do. Now they call it early. Have they ever gone in the opposite direction on NASCAR? Always right. I mean, the best thing you can always get with NASCAR is road courses. They go left and right. But yes, they've always gone the same direction in NASCAR. Yeah, some of these road courses get pretty crazy. So if you've never watched a road course NASCAR race, check it out. Yeah. And that's pretty much it, man. As far as the schedule is going to change a lot. We're going to see a lot of differences out there, so hopefully they don't mess up. 2020 schedule is going to be very much like you see now. 2021, we could see some cool stuff going on. They should be like V8 supercars and race in the rain. The funny thing is they have rain tires that they use for road courses, but they don't use them on the ovals because they say they won't work. Excuse me. I also agree with Denny Hamlin. Stop having races on Sunday. Have them on during the week because later in the year they can't contend with NFL. I totally agree with Denny in a way of the season's very long, okay? So why not set it up in a way where maybe you have a race on a Wednesday night, you know? Or they're going to do something next year where they do the Pocono races on the same weekend. Both Pocono races one weekend, Saturday and Sunday. That's cool. That's something different. So if you did like a Pocono thing like that where you did one race Tuesday, one race Thursday, and then move on the next week to a different track, you could get the season. These guys have, don't get me wrong, they make millions of dollars and they drive a race car for a living, so they can't really complain. But 36 races a year goes from early February, and this doesn't include the testing and the preparation, early February all the way to the week before Thanksgiving. So why not condense it? You could still do 36 races, but condense it down a little bit. That's what I never understood. It's like football. Think of football. They don't just play on Sunday. They have Thursday night games. They have Monday night games. Like, do it like that. They would have to have the race at the same track if they did midweek, though. So you'd have to do like that Pocono setup they're doing now with Saturday, Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, or something like that. Because you can't take the whole show and go to a different track, you know? Yeah, exactly that. Yep. Do that. And then you could start the season in February, but then you could get them done by like September. You know what I mean? And prepare for the next season and do whatever. I mean, anytime I hear any kind of sports stars talk about the schedule and how rough and tough it is, we all have regular jobs and we all work, 365 days a year, you know? We all work all year. We don't get, big breaks of months off at a time and stuff like that. So, go easy out there, sports star. But I understand they're in the game, but they should mess with that schedule a little bit. I also don't like Sundays because why not do it on, if you want to keep it on the weekend, do it on Saturday. You know what I mean? Let me stay up late and watch the race Saturday night. Like it's Saturday night race tonight, I prefer that. And then Sunday, I have all that time to recover before I have to go to work on Monday, Make it easy on me. No reason to make things harder. But that's just me. What do I know, right? They don't pay me to think. They pay me to watch. Well, they don't pay me to watch either, but they should. All right, so Friday nights, I would kill for Friday nights. That's awesome, man. I would do Friday nights, 100%. Come home from work after a long week, sit down, race, boom, I'm in. And then you got all weekend to do what you got to do. But I'm not a fan of Sunday sports, Like NFL. Make NFL on Saturday. Saturday should be the day. Although college football is Saturday, so I don't want to mess with you college football fans out there. I know how you guys feel about your game. Sorry. What is that? Okay. All right, any final questions? We got like 2 minutes left in this puppy. What do we got? I'll check out college football. I'll give it a try this year for you, Cole. Is NASCAR truck racing still a thing? Yeah, and it's the best racing that NASCAR puts out right now. Young, hungry dudes that want to get, up to the Cup Series and will do whatever it takes. Gotta go. Customer coming by. Mike, be good. Be safe. We'll see you soon, buddy. Take care. Hat. We belong to the life. Blah, 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 blah. Hit the like, says Mike. Yeah, I agree, buddy. Hit the like. We had a lot of NASCAR talk today. Something a little bit different. Went a different direction. No problemo. So we shall see. But yeah, any final questions, comments, concerns, and or fears, speak now or forever hold your peace. Now is the time. I got to roll. Need to load up the Yukon. Getting ready to take it to the shop. Cole, have a great day, man. Be good. Be safe. Hit them well. And we'll talk soon. I bought TaylorMade M6s, by the way. They should be here shortly. Dude, I'm late. How are... Dan, what's going on, buddy? You got 10 seconds before this thing's over. Adam, thanks for being here. Dan, next time, bro. Next time. But, yeah, so see you guys soon. Check out the channel. Like, comment, share, subscribe. I wish Toyota would do semi. I think they're doing that. They're doing that hydrogen truck or whatever. But, all right, guys, be good. Be safe. Take care. Thanks for being here. Phoenix should have illegal border. Oh, God.